things are just meant to be. But right here, right now, baby, I've never felt so free.
We are back. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Ryan. Great news! The winter meetings are over and we got the big left-handed bat we've been looking for. Trent Grisham, welcome to the Yankees. I'm kidding, that's not who I'm talking about, obviously. So, here's what happened. I live in Nashville. Now, on my way to work, every day this week, I would drive by the Opryland Hotel. Now, I know a lot of YouTubers like to pretend that they do this for a living, but I'm going to have the audacity to be honest and say, I don't make enough money from these videos to do this for a living. I have a real job. That's how I pay for all this Jordan stuff. Believe it or not, your super chats pay for nothing. Anyway, as I was saying, every morning I drive by the Opryland Hotel and I would chant, YamaSoto, YamaSoto, YamaSoto. And we're halfway there. We got the man we could only dream about. Now, I know there were a lot of naysayers saying, Ryan, I don't know if we can pull this off. They're the Yankees. They don't pull the string. They don't pull that final lever to get the guy we're looking for. Well, let me tell you something that you may have noticed in the last month of the year when we were suddenly amazing because we called up our young kids. Do you think that was Cashman? No. He wanted to keep playing Harrison Bader and Josh Donaldson and those other bums we were sticking out in the outfield every day. Yeah, embarrassing. Hal went, no, call up the kids. Lo and behold, we were suddenly the best team in baseball. And once again, the nerds said, ooh, don't make the trade for Juan Soto. We have all these pitching prospects. But angry Hal, the man of the people, Hal, our favorite person alive. I won't hear anything else in the comments. Ignore that. I won't hear anything else in the comments other than we love Hal. He's our guy. And he went out and he said, Michael King, check, we can deal with that. Drew Thorpe, we'll draft another prospect next year. You see what's happening to those bums we traded to Oakland. Check. Randy Vasquez and Johnny Brito, I didn't know they existed before spring training of this year. Check, check. And Kyle Higashioka, he was in the way anyway. Everyone expected us to non-tender him. Check. Juan Soto, welcome to the Bronx. All right. Now, before we go on, make sure to like this video and leave a comment. And that's not because liking and commenting on videos makes the algorithm force our video to show up on other people's feeds. It's because I really want to know your opinions. By the way, that's the secret of YouTubers. Whenever one of these guys is like, comment below, tell me what you think. Do you think I'm right? You think I'm a moron? You think my whole family should die? Why would I want to hear anything negative for you? Oh, right, because there's financial gain from comments making the video get seen by more people. Right, of course. You're not just a glutton for people's opinions that you've never met. All right. So, we're going to get back to Soto eventually. I promise you, it's the only thing that was on any of our minds. I celebrated with a pizza. Didn't you? Now, granted, it was Pizza Hut because the deal took so long to go through. My DoorDash options were extremely limited. But, pizza. I'm also like 5 to 10 pounds lighter than I was in the last video. Can you tell? Am I pretty? Okay. The other outfielder we got, not Trent Grisham, he's not important enough to get a part of this video. Plays good defense. He'll come in late for people and pinch run and play on people's day. He just was the final nail in Florial's coffin. Okay. Verdugo. Now, a lot of you, if you've watched every episode, you remember that I said Alex Verdugo. I would love to have Alex Verdugo, but I don't want to give up Glaber for him. And if you don't believe me, Here, watch this old footage of the show. If Felix could make the video black and white, that would be perfect. All right, folks, welcome back to the Ryan Back Show. See, now we want Alex Verdugo, we do, but we don't want to give up play before him. He's a better player than him. And remember, we could probably get Alex Verdugo for nothing more than a solid pitching prospect, some guy we've never heard of, and a silly journeyman reliever with a mustache. All right, back to you, present-day Ryan. Back to color. Anyway, we all remember that great clip. Now, this is actually the best of both worlds, as my hero Hannah Montana would say. I made that joke on the first podcast, too. He's running out of material. Here's the thing. We get two outfielders. Now, I'm going to get into my Juan Soto plan momentarily. But first, Alex Verdugo, he's a one-year stopgap. He's perfect. He's not the hitter that Cody Bellinger is, obviously. But Cody Bellinger, you're going to have to sign for a lot of years. Now, here's the upside. Because I was saying, doesn't block Spencer Jones, doesn't block Dominguez, now doesn't, not that he's going to block Juan Soto. But you get my point. We have we have the outfield that we actually wanted. And now obviously, my plan isn't that I'm going to keep him here for 1 year and then wish him the best of luck. But yeah, he's perfect. Play him in 1 year. He's going to play good defense. He's going to be a good enough bat. You don't need him to carry the team, obviously, because you have two of the best hitters in baseball now in your lineup. You just need him to be decent for 1 year. Maybe not even, because Dominguez is coming back. But the upside of not having Cody Bellinger, which I don't even think that's worth talking about, he's not coming, is now he does not block Ben Rice, who is a guy who was our best hitter in the minors last year. Now, I know he won minor league hitter of the year. That means nothing. Drew Thorpe just won minor league pitcher of the year, and we've shipped him off without batting an eye. But Ben Rice was our best hitter, had an OPS over 1,000 in Double-A. And Double-A, as many of you know, is actually where the best players are playing now. So once you conquer Double-A, Triple-A, as you've seen with Volpe and Dominguez, is basically just a waste of your time. That's basically a taxi squad. So Ben Rice is the perfect replacement for Rizzo, cost efficient too. So all you're going to do in a year is you're going to give Rizzo his buyout, slide Ben Rice to first base. And also, I believe Ben Rice, I think he'll start in AAA this year because he was just crushing last year in AA. I think all you do is you just, if you have any injury to Rizzo or Stanton, because he's a good choice for DH. I think he comes up first, in my opinion. We'll see what they do, obviously. So Verdugo, perfect stopgap in the outfield to play good defense. I think when you go to Fenway, because obviously people are saying Aaron Judge is going to play center field the majority of the time this year. So in Yankee Stadium, you'll have Verdugo in left, and then you'll have Juan Soto covering the least ground in right field. And I think in Houston and Boston, you just swap those because left field is small. And you'll play Soto in left. Verdugo covers right field. Now let's get into this Juan freaking Soto. Juan Soto. Can you believe it? Can you believe our wildest dreams came true? I don't know what these YouTube guys who just complain about are going to complain about now. Our lives are amazing. I gave you a platform. Did you? $30 people. Shut up. LA Yankee King is a super chat. Should we trade Judge and Stanton for one of those merry-go-rounds in front of Kmart? Soto, here's my plan. A lot of people say, he's a Boris client, he'll never accept an extension. And then they ignore, the Boris clients that have accepted extensions. What you would do, because I keep hearing, the guy on Foul Territory, the guy that didn't play. I don't know his name. I actually like him, I just don't know his name. And I'm not going to stop to look it up. You guys know who I'm talking about. Not Kratz, not Pierzynski, not Todd Frazier. The guy in the middle. He said, maybe if the Yankees give him $500 million, he'll sign an extension. Great. Yeah, here you go. Here's $500 million. I don't want him getting to free agency. Why? So we can find out, good, it only cost us $480, and we all lived in terror. It's not going to do that. It's going to go up because there's going to be loser teams that will just sign him because he's an attraction. So what you do, you figure out, hey, you say this. If they literally say, we're not open to an extension. You go, oh, so if I gave you 15 years, $600 million, you're not interested? No? Oh, you are? Okay. Okay, because it's weird, because a second ago you said you weren't interested. No, now you are. Seems like you're lying. What I would do is I'm listening to what they would say. Because any reasonable businessman would not just say no, especially to the Yankees, who are capable of giving you a wonderful extension. Say, what would it take to lock you up now? And you hear them, and then you have a discussion. And then you make an agreement to an extension so he never sees free agency. So Steve Cohen never has his chance to lure him away. But I have a theory about Steve Cohen, as you just saw with the Blue Jays. And it sort of crosses over. Anyway, I don't think anybody's going to fight giving Juan Soto an extension. I feel if you're in the comments, which I think the cool people know, it's really only the imbeciles that call into the Michael K show. What an embarrassing way to spend your life, listening to FM radio in 2023. Calling, I don't like that they gave away all that pitching. Why? What pitchers have we developed that you want to hang on to? By the way, Michael King is a year and a half removed from, in the middle of a game in Baltimore, his elbow exploded, and you're hanging on to him for Juan Soto. That could easily happen again. Juan Soto played 162 games last year. Juan Soto, and a lot of people, I don't know if I want to sign him for that many years. Oh, the money, Juan Soto's like the only player in baseball that you would reasonably give a cartoonish extension to. Even Judge Soto makes more sense than him. Juan Soto's 25. Juan Soto never gets hurt. Now, Judge's injuries are freak injuries, but they're injuries. It doesn't matter how you got there. You're not playing. You missed 2 months because you run through a wall. It doesn't count less because you didn't do it jogging to second like Stanton did. You're still hurt. Soto never gets hurt. He's 6 years younger than Judge was when he signed his giant contract. Pay whatever it takes to get Juan Soto to not reach free agency. And this is the thing. You have Soto in your lineup. You have Aaron Judge in your lineup. You have this young core that you're going to be paying nothing. The rest of the team can be 12-year-old girls with braces. Who cares? You have Juan Soto. He's 25. There's no reason to believe he's not going to be just as good as he is right now, if not better, for the next 10 years. It's not even like, oh, yeah, he's 29, so at least we'll get the first 4 and the rest of it. No, he's going to be really good. And he's not a player that's out there stretching doubles into triples and reaching across the batter's box and hitting 450-foot home runs. He does nothing but walk. He has the highest on-base percentage I've seen since Barry Bonds. And his power, it's a fun part of his game when he gets a hold of one, but he's a line drive, use all fields hitter. He's just a well-rounded player that also happens to have cartoon power. He's the perfect guy to extend. Other than his defense isn't great, but he's your DH, quite frankly. I mean, why? If by age 30, Juan Soto is your DH, we'll be out from Stanton. And he's only 30. He's the same age that Judge was when we paid him. So 5 years from now, he's your all-time DH? Perfect. Be Juan Soto when it's your turn to come up. Go take a nap in the clubhouse. We'll call you when you're on deck. Now, before we get out of here, folks, let's get down to brass tacks. Let's have a nice laugh at those Toronto Blue Jays, shall we? Ooh, hey, we're gonna shock the world and sign Otani. Oh, look at me, look at my Twitter here. It says that Shohei Otani is on a hot air balloon right now, traveling to Toronto with Alanis Morissette. Ooh, are you out of your mind? No one's coming to your stupid town. You'll find that out in 2 years when Vlad opts out. When you idiots go pay for Matt Chapman, congratulations in advance, by the way. What a signing. Ooh, he hit what, 210 this year? Oh, Can't wait to see him as he gets older and slower. You can slide him to first when Vlad abandons you in 2 years. So, this is what you did. This is what happened. I want you to understand. Shohei Otani was never going to sign anywhere but the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Dodgers could have offered him $5 and he would have signed. Here's what he did. This is clever. You guys are going to like this. He acted like he might go sign with some other teams. Oh, I'm not sure. I can't decide. It's such a tough decision. I'm gonna go see if this pretty girl wants to dance with me. And then they went, oh, Shohei, we'll pay you 10 years, $600 million. In this country, that's we actually pay you in moose pellets. But it's so exciting. You're going to be the face of the Toronto Blue Jays. And he went back to the Dodgers and said, hey, they offered me 10 years, $600 million. And they said, cool, 10 years, $700. And he's going, thanks. They can find out on Twitter like everybody else. You got used for leverage, for money. You've got soft hands from drinking maple syrup all your life. Oh, you poor losers. Ooh, we renovated the stadium. Did you? Good. Can't wait to go sit in your renovated stadium and pay $20 to sit behind home plate. By the way, I've been making all these jokes on Twitter, and this is, everyone's like, oh, in Canada, everyone's so nice. They're psychotic responses where like, yeah, enjoy Otani and also enjoy all your school shootings in America. Just making a little joke about you not getting a baseball player. You're like, oh yeah, well, your kids in your country get shot with machine guns. What is wrong with you? Also, the Dodgers live in it's L.A. It's a very liberal anti-gun place. You guys act like he was signed by Ted Cruz. Anyway, so here's the... Now, when I record this, Yamamoto has not even met with the Yankees yet, let alone made any sort of decision as to what team he's going to, but this is what I believe is going to happen. And come back to... This isn't even a clip. I'm not pretending I'm an expert. I'm a Yankee fan who's just hoping I'm right. Like, it's very possible he just takes the most money, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think here's the Mets, same thing as this. He knows he wanted to be a Yankee. He jumps back and forth. Maybe I like this team. I don't know, Brian Cashman. I think I like this team over here. Steve Cohen's offering me a lot of money. And then the Yankees go, okay. 9 years, $270. And then Steve Cohen goes, oh yeah, 10 years, $300 million. I think we got him. And the Yankees go, 9 years, $270 is as high as we're going to go. And he goes, yeah, that's fine. I'm going to sign with you guys. I'm not going across town to those blue and orange losers. Now, if you're a Mets fan and you're watching this in the future and you guys do get Yamamoto, it is very funny that I'm talking like this and then you guys just get him by paying more. That would be very funny. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think every free agent ever that the Yankees really, really wanted, I think that guy comes to the Yankees. And I don't think you have one example of somebody we really wanted that went, there's an apple that goes up and down when somebody hits a home run. I'm going over here. I don't think you're getting Yamamoto, and I bet my entire life you're not getting Soto. Maybe we'll reach free agency. Maybe he genuinely doesn't ever even consider an extension. Don't be shocked if the news pops up on your phone that he signed a crazy extension. I think that does it. Juan Soto's a Yankee. If Yamamoto becomes a Yankee, you'll see me again soon. If not, when I say goodbye, it is never for long. TTFN, ta-ta for now. Go demand Felix puts that on a t-shirt and tell him Ryan invented it. It's his catchphrase. DM him relentlessly, telling him that you want TTFN Tata for now. And then say that Ryan wrote a song called The Wonderful Thing About Tigers. You know what's the wonderful thing about this show? Is we'll always see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Do what I